On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Outgrow.
To grow too large for something, to grow taller or faster than another person.
Examples:
Outgrow my coat. Outgrow its usefulness. Bamboo will soon outgrow the other plants.
Megacity.
A huge city, especially with a population of more than 10 million people.
Examples:
Megacity pollution. Megacity project. The fishing village grew rapidly into a bustling megacity.
Plague.
Any epidemic disease with a high death rate, also called pest, a serious, sometimes fatal, infection spread by rats that causes fever and swellings on the body.
Examples:
Catch the plague. Deadly plague. Our farm experienced a plague of locusts this year.
Infrastructure.
The basic systems, services, or features that are necessary for an organization or country, such as transport and power supplies.
Examples:
IT infrastructure. Infrastructure cost. Aging societies tend to require huge costs for infrastructure maintenance.
Pollution.
The introduction of harmful substances or waste into the natural environment that causes adverse change.
Examples:
Environmental pollution. High levels of air pollution. The pollution is endangering the local plants and animals.
Congest.
To make something blocked or crowded so as to hinder or prevent freedom of movement or flow of liquid.
Examples:
Congest in a vein. Congest a highway. The roads to the airport were heavily congested.
Poverty.
The condition of being extremely poor.
Examples:
Poverty alleviation. The cycle of poverty. Many studies have investigated the relationship between poverty and academic achievement.
Gap.
A conspicuous disparity or difference separates something such as a figure, people, their opinions, situation, etc.
Examples:
The gap between ideal and reality. Distance gap. Many people are working together to close the gender gap.
Pervasive.
Spreading or existing throughout every part of a thing or place.
Examples:
Pervasive language. The pervasive odor of garlic. Suspicion and worry were pervasive in our minds.
Motorcycle.
A two-wheeled vehicle that is driven by an engine and has no pedals.
Examples:
Motorcycle gangster. Electric motorcycle. He had his motorcycle license revoked for drunken driving.
Unfortunately.
By bad luck, unluckily.
Examples:
Unfortunately caught in a shower. Even more unfortunately. The treatments were done, but, unfortunately, were unsuccessful.
Exclude.
To deny someone or something enter to a place or taking part in an activity.
Examples:
Exclude a newcomer. Exclude all other possibilities. The cost for the trip excludes food and beverages.
Afford.
To have enough money or time to be able to buy or do something.
Examples:
Afford to buy a new car. Afford a high travel cost. He cannot afford a holiday.
Engine.
A machine that converts thermal energy to mechanical work, something that has an important role used to achieve a purpose.
Examples:
A steam engine. An air-cooled engine. The policies he announces can be the engine of economic growth in the country.
Exploit.
To make full use of and gain an advantage from resources, opportunities, etc.
Examples:
Exploit a security hole. Exploit a valuable opportunity. We exploit our mining resources to strengthen our national power.
Shark.
A long-bodied, mostly predatory marine fish that has sharp teeth and a pointed fin on its back. A person who is ruthless, greedy, and dishonest.
Examples:
A man-eating shark. Card shark. He borrowed money from a loan shark.
Fender.
A barrier that surrounds the wheels of a vehicle to block splashing water or mud. A cushion-like device that reduces shock due to an impact.
Examples:
Front fender. Vehicle fender. He had a fender bender last night.
Pollute.
To make an area or substance, such as land, air, water, etc., dirty or harmful to living things, by adding waste matter or harmful chemicals.
Examples:
Pollute the air. Pollute the thread. We should do our best not to pollute the environment.
Environment.
The natural world such as air, water, and land in which humans, animals, and plants live.
Examples:
Environment affairs. Chaotic environment. Every human is responsible for taking care of the Earth's environment.
Gigaton.
A unit of explosive energy equal to 1 billion tons of TNT equals a powerful, yellow explosive substance, 1 billion tons.
Examples:
Gigaton-class bomb. Half a gigaton of CO2. The earthquake that hit the Pacific Ocean last night is said to have released about 30 gigatons of energy.
Emission.
The act of production or sending out gas, heat, light, etc.
Examples:
global emissions of greenhouse gases, the emission of light. There are 5 distinct emissions at 5 unique wavelengths.
Estimate.
To guess or calculate the cost, the size, value, etc. of something.
Examples:
estimate of fair value. Estimate this chicken to weigh 3 pounds. We estimated the season's total trade deficit at $50 billion.
Equivalent.
Having the same value, quality, meaning, purpose, etc.
Examples:
equivalent amounts. Equivalent in meaning. The European Central Bank is Europe's equivalent of the Federal Reserve.
Engineer.
A person whose job is designing, building, or maintaining something such as machines, structures, or software.
Examples:
a civil engineer. Engineer shortage. The engineer will repair my telephone tomorrow morning.
Co-founder.
One of several people who establishes an organization or starts a business.
Examples:
co-founder of the university. Late co-founder. He is the co-founder and chairman of this tech company.
Fellow.
Someone who has the same job or interests as you, or is in the same class, profession, or situation as you.
Examples:
junior fellow. Nice fellow. He is the kind of fellow who only works for his success.
Bond.
A close emotional connection between 2 or more people, a certificate of debt that a government or corporation issues to raise money.
Examples:
bond as a family. Global bond market. They had formed a friendship bond.
Transition.
The process or period of changing from one state or circumstance to another.
Examples:
transition phase. Ensure a smooth transition. The nation's healthcare system is in transition at the moment.
Mobility.
The ability to move or be moved freely or easily from one place, job, or social class to another.
Examples:
lack in mobility. Improve social mobility. I have limited mobility in my arms.
Inspire.
To make somebody feel with the desire, confidence, or enthusiasm, especially to do something creative.
Examples:
inspire a feeling of curiosity. Inspire him to write a novel. The unique style of this martial arts inspired many action film producers.
Innovate.
To introduce new methods, ideas, or products.
Examples:
Innovate a new method. Innovate the quality of his life. Companies developing self-driving cars consistently innovate the emerging technologies.
Embark.
To go on board a ship or plane, to set out on an enterprise or subject of study, to start something.
Examples:
Embark on a trip. Embark on a foolish adventure. We embarked on a new project.
Battery.
A device that is placed inside a car, gadget, equipment, etc., and that provides electrical power to them.
Examples:
A dry battery. Battery charging. The engine did not start because the battery was flat.
Swap.
To give something and receive something in trade.
Examples:
Swap seats. Swap columns with rows. Don't swap horses while crossing a stream.
Maintenance.
The act or process of keeping something, either artificial materials or living things, in good condition, the money needed for a person's or family's living expenses.
Examples:
The maintenance of the car. Maintenance work. We have decided to extend our maintenance contract until next year.
Emergency.
A sudden unforeseen crisis usually involving danger that requires immediate action.
Examples:
Emergency action. Acute emergency. The president declared a state of emergency.
Platform.
The raised flat space close to the track at a train station where passengers get on or off the train. Technology, a computational or digital environment in which a piece of software is executed.
Examples:
An arrival platform. A digital platform for enterprise. The speaker mounted the platform and started to speak.
Instantly.
Immediately.
Examples:
Instantly cope with. Be killed instantly. I remembered that person instantly and never forgot.
Addition.
The act or process of adding something to something else, the process of adding numbers.
Examples:
Chemical addition. Addition of vectors. In addition, private corporations provide healthcare services.
Represent.
To speak, act, or be present on behalf of another person or group, to form or constitute.
Examples:
Represent by a diagram. The characters that represent numbers. We elected him to represent us at the international conference.
Integrate.
To combine one thing with another so that they form a whole or work together. To accept equal participation for members of all races and ethnic groups.
Examples:
integrate into the existing system. Integrate both businesses. He found that it is difficult to integrate socially.
Manufacture.
To make goods in large numbers, usually in a factory using machines.
Examples:
manufacture an enzyme. Manufacture a product. The majority of synthetic vitamins are manufactured from oil.
Financing.
The process of providing funds for running a business, activity, or project. The money for a business, activity, or project.
Examples:
financing activity. Public financing. The investment fund offered financing for a company on the brink of bankruptcy.
Vulnerable.
Capable of being hurt or influenced physically or mentally.
Examples:
a vulnerable bridge. Vulnerable parts of the body. Infants and pregnant women are particularly vulnerable.
Unbanked.
Not having a bank account or access to any financial services.
Examples:
unbanked customers. Those who are unbanked. 2.5 billion people in the world remain unbanked.
Revenue.
The income that a government receives from taxes or that a company earns from its business.
Examples:
tax revenue. Annual revenue. This graph indicates the city's tourism revenue over 5 years.
Fleet.
A group of military ships, aircraft, etc., operating together under the same ownership. Adjective, moving very fast.
Examples:
fleet of foot. A fleet horse. We destroyed a fleet of 70 enemy ships.
Non-profit.
Not established for commercial profit.
Examples:
a non-profit organization. Non-profit agency. Our law firm also focuses on non-profit activities.
Investor.
Someone who puts money or capital into something to gain financial returns.
Examples:
investor lawsuit. A real estate investor. Institutional investors refrained from buying stocks amid the booming economy.
Tragedy.
An event or situation causing great loss, misfortune, or destruction. A play or literature that deals with a severe and sad event and often ends with the death of the main character.
Examples:
a tragedy during work. The aftermath of this tragedy. Macbeth is a famous tragedy by Shakespeare.
Strike.
To wallop somebody or something with the hand, fist, or weapon, to have an emotional or cognitive impact upon.
Examples:
Strike up a conversation. Strike a blow. We strike to achieve more wages and safer working conditions.
Struggle.
To make a great effort to do something when it is difficult, or there are a lot of problems, to use force or violence to break away from restraint or constriction.
Examples:
struggle against discrimination. Struggle to get the job. He could not struggle against temptation.
Transport.
A system for moving people or products from one location to another using automobiles, roads, and so on.
Examples:
transport facilities. Access to public transport. Enhanced rail transportation is crucial for our business.
Immediately.
Now or without delay.
Examples:
immediately recall a product. Write him an answer immediately. A suspension order from the court is effective immediately.
Basis.
The most important facts, ideas, or events from which something is developed, the way how things are organized or arranged.
Examples:
on an equal basis. Basis for calculation. This evidence will form the basis for our discussion.
Obligation.
The state of being morally or legally bound to do or pay something.
Examples:
a deep obligation. Pay an obligation. You are under no obligation to finish the job.
Livelihood.
A means of earning money people need to pay for food, a place to live, clothing, etc.
Examples:
a means of livelihood. Livelihood assistance. I could no longer earn my own livelihood.
Climate.
The weather in a particular location averaged over some long period.
Examples:
a cold climate. Effects of climate change. Climate and weather have an impact on every part of our lifestyles.
Entrepreneur.
An individual who creates or invests in one or more businesses, especially when this involves taking financial risks.
Examples:
a successful entrepreneur. Billionaire entrepreneur. Entrepreneurs willingly accept business risks to achieve success.
Joint.
Shared, held, or made between two or more people. Noun, the point of connection between two bones or elements of a skeleton.
Examples:
a joint venture. The bone of a joint. After the summit meeting, the prime ministers issued a joint statement.
Continent.
One of the Earth's large landmasses. Adjective, abstaining from your feelings, especially your desire to have sex.
Examples:
the inland of a continent. Continent urinary diversion. Flight across the continent was a daring adventure in its day.
Sustainable.
Able to continue or be continued for a long time.
Examples:
Sustainable alternative fuel. Principles of sustainable development. The government should do more to support environmentally sustainable agriculture.
Prosperous.
Successful financially or materially, bringing success or good fortune.
Examples:
Prosperous weather. Prosperous nation. The company decided to invest in a prosperous industry.